Hi guys, welcome back to Salt and Light. If you're new to the channel, my name is Kev and I'm building a 47 foot Dudley Dix design plywood and epoxy catamaran here in Japan. The last couple of weeks the temperatures have finally started to move up a little bit, which is good. It means the winter's finished, and it means that I can actually get in and do some epoxy work. Now, being able to get a few jobs done in the last couple of weeks, I've started to glue the roof down. I've got the whole centre section of the roof glued it down and started on the back sections. I've also tackled a job that I've been putting off for a couple of years really, and that is the finishing off the rudder posts. Now I needed to install some extra bracing on the rudder post as it goes through the hull, and also apply some fiberglass to those braces. So I was able to get all of that done. Also started to cut out or shape a little bit of the back of the hull, or you can see here, shape the back of the hull here, and also on the other side where the next step will go, I've been able to cut that out and get that ready for the next step as well. So there's been a few things going on. So we'll have a look at that today. I'll show you some of the things that I've been doing in the last couple of weeks. Hope you enjoy the video.
And while the temperatures were still a little bit cool, I continued on and did a bit of sanding on the tender. There's a couple of things I need to do in this area. I need to cut the little bit of the side of the hull that is sticking up above the bridge deck. I need to cut that flush with the bridge deck and the step on the other side. And also the other piece that is sticking up, I need to cut that back to the same height as what the step riser is. It looks like nice and flush here with the step. And this piece here, I still need to trim, just trim a little bit off here because this sits into the recess here. This doesn't sit into a recess, so I need to trim that off. Sit into the recess there. And lines up that, and then we've got a nice joint on there. Before I could glue the roof down, I just needed to do a little bit of prep work on the beam. Just need to sand off some of the resin from where I had glued and filleted the stringers, so I needed to get that done first. After sanding and prepping the beam, I located the sheets into their right positions and clamped them down on the outside edge of the stringers. This way I was able to put some timber blocks between the beam and the roof sheet to lift it up enough that I could get a roller in and roll some resin on the roof sheet and also on top of the beam. And once I'd coated both surfaces with a good coat of resin, I mixed up some thickened epoxy and gave it a really good dollop of resin in between the two surfaces, and then I was just able to lower the sheet down on top of that. And while everything was still nice and wet, I cleaned off all of the squeeze out and then ran fillets into the joint between the beam and the roof sheet. Yeah, and this is where I'm up to. So the back end of the roof is all done, and also the center section right forward has also been done. And just in case you're wondering, yeah, I did crawl up on top of the roof and clean off all the excess resin along that joint, and yes, I do fit just.
I forgot to press record when I was painting the resin. We're up to putting in the thickened epoxy. We'll get this front edge of the roof glued down.
This is just showing the two front edges of the roof are all glued down.
Alright, yeah, as part of the rudder post, it has to be glassed in. Top and bottom. You can see here the top has been done with 6 layers of 600 unidirectional, and the same on the bottom as well. Just zip it down. So I did the longitudinal brackets, and now I decided to do the longitudinal ones and do the glassing all in one piece. And so the way I did it is I laid one piece down on the hull, and then one piece onto the supporting brackets, and then I just alternated over those, so layered them up in one go, and right along the whole length of the longitudinal bracket. So today I'm going to sand off these latitudinal brackets and get 6 layers of glass onto them. So I'm not going to do it the same way as I did the bottom and the longitudinal ones. This time I'm just going to do it the same as I did with this one actually. Just lay them all up on a table and then bring the whole 6 sheets up and put them in one go. Yeah, so that's the plan for today. I just need to do a little bit of sanding, just sand off some of the little bits of resin that were on here when I glued these in yesterday. So sand them up and then we'll get into putting the glass on.
Before I started laying up the glass, I gave the whole area where I was going to apply this glass a really good coat of resin, and I ran some thickened epoxy into all of the corners. Doing it this way meant that I ended up with double the thickness of glass around the bottom part of the rudder post, but hey, in an area like this you can never have too much glass. I think if my orthopedic surgeon saw me doing this, he'd have heart failure. After the hip replacement, I was told not to sit on anything lower than a normal height chair. So this is how it all finished up. Gave it a light sand, take off all the rough edges, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way it's come up. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's cherry blossom season here, so I thought I'd just leave you with a few images of Toyama and the blossoms. And we'll see you in the next video.